Cool. And we're live. What's up, everyone? Today I asked you guys to send me some topics. See what we got today. You know, I actually shot this episode, and then halfway through, I look and I didn't click fucking record. It's all good though. I just did some push-ups, smoked some weed. I'm alright now. I was devastated at first. I got a lot of drug requests. That being said, shit. Let me spark up some of Cali's finest weed. I don't really fall for that sativa indica shit. I actually know it to be just a giant scam. None of it matters. Sativa, indica, hybrid, none of that shit matters. What does matter is terps, like flavors, the flavors of the plant. Certain sativas do have some terps that really activate some creativity juice, but some people think it induces paranoia. Bunch of pussies, if you ask me. What are you scared about? If you got water, you got nothing to be worried about. No one has ever overdosed on weed. So just chill out. Even edibles. Edibles, I've honestly cried before because it was too intense. I just wanted it to stop. It actually, when it combines with the stomach acid, it makes it psychedelic. So if you ever tripped out on an edible, now you know why. The stomach acid and the THC make something else. I usually just stick to weed. I can't really do much edibles, to be honest. Socials are something else. Okay, so someone else said life on another planet. Well, the Pentagon just came out and said that we've recovered vehicles that weren't from this planet. So there's gotta be aliens. They even came out with something else that said, came out and said they found evidence of microbiological life on Venus. It's a really stormy planet, but apparently life has developed there. Life just is teeming everywhere, all over this universe. I believe there's life everywhere. On every planet. If there's not life there, there once was. And if there wasn't once life there, there's going to be life there. It's just inevitable. Shit. Every planet is alive. Think about it. It produces oil just like your scalp. It produces water. It just does everything. Just like your body. I believe that we just don't have the technology to zoom in all the way. We probably never will be able to, but I believe that it's just a never-ending cycle. So it goes unlimited in and unlimited out. We're alive. We got life within us. That life within us has life within it. Viruses can catch viruses. If you zoom out, the planet is alive. If you zoom out, the solar system's alive. You zoom out, the galaxy's alive. You zoom out, the entire universe is alive. And who knows what's outside of that. But I also somehow believe that we're in a computer simulation too. I mean, think about it. I don't know how, but apparently they found evidence of there being parallel universes. I don't know how you would even test something like that, but that to me is direct evidence that we're in a simulation as well. Maybe a living simulation. A living simulation will be able to charge itself, give out its own power. So it's plausible. It's plausible, but I mean, think about it. Shit, can't even hit this shit. Think about it. If let's say for example you were playing a game, Grand Theft Auto, and at the end mission you achieve an achievement and you unlock this special vehicle or the special gun for not failing any mission. You passed every mission, and in order for you to unlock this thing, you would have to do that. If you fail once, you're screwed. Let's just say the game GTA was programmed that way. Now, the character itself will have no knowledge of the disc, of the console. All it will know is its life in it. All you know as you play is its life that you see. Now, let's say you fail a mission once, and at the end of the game, you don't achieve that. You don't know that that is even a possibility, but it's still stored in the data within it. So it's like a parallel universe to that, to itself. And I mean, it's the closest other universe that we can see. So to me, it's the most logical that instead of us being the first people to ever create some shit like this, it must be inevitable to be a cycle. And eventually, we're going to create characters in video games that create their own video game. It's not far-fetched, man. I remember playing this game, San Andreas, and there was this little Easter egg that most people didn't know, but in CJ's house, if you go to the little TV in his house, in his mother's house, you can pull out an Xbox and play an arcade, I think a couple arcade games, if not just one. I mean, how many people had no idea of that and went through that whole game and didn't do that? In the other parallel universes of other CJs, someone was on that all day. But yeah, I just know there's life everywhere. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. Everything is alive. I mean, life as we know it doesn't necessarily have to follow our rules. It can eat. It can survive. I mean, there's life in volcanoes. There's life in the deepest parts of the ocean that we would never think anything can survive in. So, anywhere, I think any other planet, life is inevitable. It'll find its way. It'll adapt because that's what life does. It just adapts, never stops. It's all a cycle. There's no way we were barely born during this lifetime. We must be going through a cycle as well. constantly being reborn and dying and reborn and dying and reborn and dying. Well, I just want to let everyone know I am high as shit, so forgive me if I get off topic. Let's see what other question we got. Someone said they're going to stop having weed on drug tests. I don't know if that's true. I know I've passed plenty of DUI drug tests while I was high as fuck, but as for work, I don't see that ever happening. This this country's run by too many greedy people for that ever happening. I mean, really, if they open that up, the economy would be a lot better because stoners could get better jobs. Right now, stoners are stuck with jobs that don't drug test. A lot of stoners are stuck at warehouse jobs. A lot of stoners are stuck driving jobs. You know, just shit that don't drug test. So it'll definitely help the market if that does happen. Hopefully. They released Trump's tax forms. He apparently has paid about $750 since 2016. He didn't pay last year, the year before that, but 2016 and 17 he paid $750. That is fucking nuts. Uh, that's corporate America. That's corporate America. There's no way that the elites follow the same rules that they give to us. You really think Trump hasn't smoked weed? He's had to have. He was a fucking WWE wrestler announcer manager, right? Didn't he fucking come out on WWE or something? He's fucking for sure done cocaine, fucking weed, everything. You know what really trips me out? How cocaine and ecstasy and MDMA have been legalized in the United States before weed. Who decided that was good? I don't believe it was the voters. I don't remember anything about that being on any ballot, but I mean, I'm for legalizing all drugs. It's nobody's business what you decide to do on your own time. There shouldn't even be any drug tests. Weed is the only thing that appears on drug tests. Weed stays in your system for about 30 days. That's why it's impossible to prove a marijuana DUI. At least in the state I am. I heard other fucking states have some crazy shit where you can blow into it and it'll tell you if you're high on weed, but as far as I'm concerned, it's no one's business what you do on your off time. If you want to smoke some weed, smoke some weed. I think cops should be smoking weed. I bet a lot of abusive force would be canceled out if cops are stoners. If cops are stoners, I imagine. Excuse me, I keep ripping. Could you imagine being pulled over by a stoner cop? He'd probably be like, "Dude, man, slow down, right? See you again, I'll give you a ticket." He'd probably be saying that to everyone. It doesn't disable you like people think it does. I mean, some of my most active moments have been blitz off my mind, high off. I can't even pronounce. I'm so high right now. Some of my most productive times have been super stoned. It's just like you get about a 20-30 minute gap of just being super paranoid, and you get so much energy and you just want to do so much stuff. At least I do. Uh, so yeah, I don't see that it does disable you. I mean, I slow down. If I'm in traffic, I'm smoking. The traffic here is so bad. A 20-minute trip will take you like an hour sometimes. So I mean, I'm cooling. I'll be in the freeway just going about 60 in the middle lane, smoking my blunt. You don't gotta worry about me. Stay out of your lane, you stay out of my lane. You know, everyone would experience less traffic if they just gave each other room instead of tailgating one another. You know, you aren't actually supposed to press the brakes when you drive on the freeway. You're supposed to just let go of the gas. If everyone did this, we wouldn't need robots to drive us around everywhere to fix the traffic situation. I mean, if we just all participated in this, it'd be good. But if not, robots are gonna take over, man. You guys are making the highway dangerous. Okay, next topic. Someone said psychedelics. Psychedelics, okay. Where do I begin? Acid kind of scares the fuck out of me. Sorry, acid enthusiast, but acid is pretty scary to me. It's pretty much a synthetic. I mean, I think it is just pretty much a synthetic mushroom. Pretty much, it teleports you to the same portal that the mushrooms take you to, but it's just 100 times more intense, 100 times more vivid, 100 times more emotional. But you know, one thing I have noticed though is that mushrooms are they're up and down. So if you ever do experience a bad trip, you can just change the scenery, walk out the room, and you'll have a good trip. It'll be better, at least better. Maybe not good trip, but it'll be better. If that doesn't work, change the scenery again, and you can just keep doing this and doing this. Come back, you'll find. Sometimes you'll find when you come back from the get go, for where you first were, you're gonna feel better. You just needed like a little breath of fresh air, if you will. But if you're restricted, if you're somewhere restricted, I would not recommend doing psychedelics. To be honest, I heard of people doing psychedelics at work. I have, but I would not recommend it. It freaks you out. It freaks you out, and if you're not mentally prepared, it could push you to act really weird, really weird, and you'll probably be so embarrassed you'll probably quit your job. So just know, be careful with that. I was acting normal. No one even knew I was taking mushrooms. I was just microdosing, and then after a couple days, I kept upping up the dosages because I was like, I mean, I already took this much, so I'm sure I need this much more. You know, double, kept doubling. I got really freaked out after a while because, I mean, it's just not a good environment to be in. Work, tripping, and I must have did like, I think I was up to like 5 grams, 6 grams, 7 grams in that day, and I just didn't have a good time, and I didn't touch them for a while after that. because I have a really bad habit of just going hard in the paint. The max mushrooms I've took, whatever the statute limitation is. Before that, I ate. Not, I shouldn't say ate. I put it in a tea. I boiled some. I grinded up some mushrooms, put it in a tea. Uh, Put some honey, and then I went to Chick-fil-A and just ordered an Arnold Palmer, and I grabbed that hot tea and put it in the cold tea. And let me tell you, it was the most phenomenal thing ever. Oh my gosh! First of all, you don't throw up. You don't get that motion sickness that you do if you just eat them. It goes so much smoother. It's so much more milder. Oh shit! I dropped the blunt. You guys know what that means. I'm honestly super nervous right now. I'm high as fuck, paranoid, if you will. Let me chip on this blunt. So a really good method of breathing is you breathe all the way in, breathe out halfway, breathe all the way in again. You can just continue that. I'm relaxed now. So much more relaxed. I forgot what I was talking about. But anyways, let's see. Let's go to the next question. Psychedelics. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Still not done with that. And you know, anytime you try psychedelics, you're changed forever, man. You forever have that ability in your spinal cord. Sometimes I just need to smoke some weed, and it just triggers it, and I don't want to say I start tripping, but I definitely get something. I get a little glimpse. It's like, the best way I could describe it is when you don't know the meaning of a word, but it's right at the tip of your tongue. Right there. That's how you describe that feeling. Sometimes you can just crack your back. You don't even have to smoke weed. You can just crack your back, and it'll release the chemicals, and you'll start fucking being high, if you will. Sometimes I can do it with like Molly. I have some Molly in my spine. I can tap into it. If I crack it and get to work. Okay, psychedelics. So yeah, acid freaks me out a bit. When I did it, it was just like a super intense mushroom trip, but it was so much more clear. And I wasn't even done talking about mushrooms. This 9-gram mushroom trip was the trippiest shit ever. First of all, I could see a bunch of hexagon patterns outside, in the clouds, and it was like this little logo that the hexagon patterns had. It looked almost like a Gucci symbol, just like 3 different colors, and it was exactly like that, like a commercial. Like, this shit was everywhere. This hexagon pattern was everywhere. It was encoded in everything. I would look at someone's face, and that would have the hexagon pattern with the little Gucci logo. Their shoes, everything. It was encoded in everything. It was crazy. And I remember looking into the clouds and seeing what appeared to be me in a past life. Like, it was as if I was a hunter, and I was fucking godly. I looked super muscular. I was taller, healthier. I could just tell, more athletic. And I saw this figure in the clouds, not physically there, but in my head. I knew it was in my head, but I could just stare into the clouds and imagine this, if you will. And I seen myself with orange pattern on my eyes covering my entire eyes, and did some. I didn't even do research. I told someone about it, and they said, "Oh, people back then they used to do that, so a predator would think that they were poisonous and not attack it. They would be like orange, orange is like poisonous, so they wouldn't even eat it. Tripped me out. I was like, shit, is that me 2,000 years ago or something as a hunter? And for a bit, it made me want to really get my shit together, start getting healthier. But man, just as quick as you learn those things, you just forget them right away. At least I do as a stoner. I forget everything right away. I'm so nonchalant about everything. Just fuck it, Fuck it. What are you gonna do? Fuck it. So, I never seen those. I never paid attention to it at least, but I never seen those hexagons with acid. I did see everything breathing. It looked more like a kiwi peacock fucking color scheme going on with everything with acid. But you don't necessarily feed dragons and fucking shit coming out the walls. And I mean, unless you're a really guilty person, if you're a really guilty person, these drugs will fucking take you. I will tell you that right now. I've seen drugs take people. If you're a guilty person, it'll take you. So you have to be mentally prepared for it. You definitely have to be mentally prepared for it. Let me spark this one again. I'm ready for it again. However, the most intense psychedelic I've ever done, aside from the acid, aside from the mushrooms, and I've taken like a couple of tabs of acid. I did this thing called DMT, dimethyltryptamine. It's apparently in every plant. Every plant has this chemical. I'm not sure how you extract it, but there's like TikToks of this thing. You can look it up on Google. Look it up anywhere, really. YouTube. How to make that dimethyltryptamine. You can buy everything from fucking grocery store. And just extract it and smoke it. The best way to smoke it is in a meth pipe, but I did it out of bong. It fucked up my bowl piece because whenever I smoked weed after that, I would taste the DMT, and it just has like a particular taste to it. That's the most intense drug I've done in my entire life. It's even in everyone's brain. Whenever you hit REM sleep and start dreaming, you apparently dream for about 20 minutes out of your 8 hour sleep. During these 20 minutes called REM sleep, and your brain releases, your pineal gland to be exact, releases this thing called dimethyltryptamine. It's what makes you dream. So I don't know if I was in a dream state, but it felt really real, and I've heard other people talk about it. and it sounds strikingly similar. It's actually scary similar, to be honest. And I came up with my story. I was telling people these stories before I even heard them. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. What you see is like what you see is like these characters, these people, they're half people, half like snake at the bottom. It's almost as if they're genies, but they have like a green glow. It's not like a. I mean, it's pretty magical, but it's like if you ever watch SpongeBob, the ghost pirate, that green thing. That's exactly how these characters look. They were all over my room. As soon as I seen them, I was just able. Right when they appeared, the thing, it knew that I could see it, and she started looking at me, started wiggling her finger at me, and I was scared as shit. I knew exactly what the thing was talking about. I just felt guilty, and as soon as I understood it, it like nodded his head. Yeah, like yeah, motherfucker. You see, you know what I'm talking about. And it changed me. It changed me forever. It changed. I fixed that. I tried to at least. I mean, I still have that problem. Gotta go back and revisit the genies, but I also fucked up. You're apparently supposed to do it with your eyes closed. I did it with my eyes open. Oh well. Next time I'll definitely do it with my eyes closed. And it's crazy because my first hit, my first hit, I hit it and immediately I heard gong. You know, like that Chinese gong that they bang on. And it was like I was in a universe of vibrations. And that's when the genies appeared. And it only lasted for about 10 minutes. It started to fade away. And I remember as soon as it faded, I was like, oh shit, oh shit. Try to hit my bowl again. But it couldn't do it. It couldn't do it. I couldn't encapsulate it. But I only did it once. So it's not like it fucks you up for life and you become this drug addict. Because honestly, I haven't touched mushrooms in a while. I haven't tried acid in a while, over a year. DMT over a year. So you don't change for the worse. You definitely change for the better. I can tell you that for sure. If everyone just did psychedelics, the world would be a better place. I honestly consider weed as psychedelic as well. It's close to it. It's close to it. What other topic we got? Uh, growing up. Shit. Shit, I don't ever want to grow up, man. I don't ever want to grow up. I want to be a kid forever. This this little thing right here, this makes me feel like a kid again. So I think the whole growing up shit is a scam, man. What are you supposed to be more serious? More serious when you grow up? I mean, my shit's together. All my bills are paid. But growing up, fuck that. Fuck that. I want to be a kid forever. I think the whole school system is designed to get kids from being kids, teaches them you have to be serious. You have to be serious. You know, I don't think you need that many years of schooling for what? For what? No way you need 18 years. There's no way you need 18 years of school. And then plus, they want you to go to college too. Yeah, you don't need that. It's a scam. It's a scam. In this day and age, you need to participate in that scam, but it's really designed to rip people's creativity. I mean, every child is creative. Every child is curious. Every child is a scientist. Every child is a, storyteller or story listener or everything. And we rip it away from everyone. So I say treasure it. Treasure it for as long as you could, because once you're grown up, man, you're grown up. You can't be a kid anymore. I mean, some people do need to grow up though, like me included. But some people, like, when you refuse something, they get frustrated, so fucking entitled, like little snobby kids. Grow up, you know. Part of life is just accepting shit for the way it is. You can't change it. You can't change it. So just accept defeat. Accept defeat. This dude, man, honestly, this whole presidential election is just a fucking giant meme war. Donald Trump and Joe Biden, they're just going through a fucking meme war. It's crazy. Oh yeah, see, so this guy said it was just a prediction. There's no way. There's absolutely no way in hell that's happening. You gotta just I mean, this dude Elon Musk has it figured out. He doesn't make his workers stop completely. All he does is just make his workers stop for about 30 days. Stop until the weed clears out your system. Take the test. And then once you pass the test, get the job, smoke all you need. God bless Elon Musk, man. That's perfect. That's perfect right there. It's perfect. It's no one's business what you do on your off time. It's bullshit that weed's the only thing that stays in your system. Oh yeah, the fucking meme war. If you have your fingerprint unlock on your fucking iPhone, you might as well not have a fucking password. Or the facial recognition, you might as well not have a password. Cops could legally just put your thumb while it's in handcuffs, put it to your phone, unlock it, go through it, arrest you for any crime you did on your phone. Same with facial recognition. You're in handcuffs, lock your phone for me? Nope. Boom. There you go. Your face just unlocked it. Thank you. I don't need a warrant. So all you motherfuckers need to lock that shit up. Lock that bitch up. Dude, check this out. I don't know if this is true, okay? California governor signs bill allowing male inmates who identify as women to be housed in women prisons in California. Shit. I will fucking play the role if I ever go in. If that's the case. That would be paradise right there. In jail with women. All the girls would be all over me. Let's see how that goes. Fucking, I love this picture right here. Let the family trip begin, it says. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a picture of the entire family. They look to be like Hispanic. It's a girl, sister, a mother, and a dad. And they all have acid tabs on their tongue. It's hilarious. And behind them, it's a Christmas tree. That's the way to do it. That's really the way to fucking celebrate any holidays. Fuck any capitalistic, gift-giving shit. No, take a trip with me. Take some acid with me. Enjoy this 23rd, 24th, this winter solstice. That's a beautiful way to celebrate the holidays. That's really what it was for thousands of years before it changed into this capitalistic Santa Claus shit. It really has a... I don't want to say satanic. I mean, they think... They label anything that has more than one god satanic. So, this satanic religion... didn't believe the winter solstice, the shortest day and the longest night, is December 23rd, 24th, 25th every year, and that's really what the celebration was. But Christians, they decided to change Jesus' birthday to match that, so you wouldn't know the difference of what people were celebrating, and create this illusion that everyone's celebrating Christmas, Christ's birthday. And yeah, just like that, man, people got programmed into believing that's what Christmas was. This capitalistic version of it. I don't participate in that. I don't give no one a gift. I don't expect a gift from no one for Christmas. Just a hug would do. Happy birthday would do. I mean, you don't even need what am I saying? You don't even need to hug anyone. You don't even need to say anything to anyone. Just whoever you celebrate that with, enjoy it with them. Enjoy the time. I mean, really, the longest nights, I would imagine you would spend that in the house, especially if back then there was no heaters, there was no electricity, so you'd be sheltered indoors. Maybe a lot of family, a lot of food. It's really what it's all about. Oh yeah, this presidential election. These presidents are just starting a fucking meme war. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. But it's funny. Like, this dude, Donald Trump tweeted this clip of Joe Biden saying
180 years ago
that he was
my entire career to work closely with you. From the time I got to the Senate 180 years ago.
He said he was working.
As well as my tenure as vice president. That's
He said he was working in the Senate for 180 years. What'd I say? I told you guys. This guy can't even form a full sentence. This guy can't even form a full sentence, let alone a tweet. So this guy Joe Biden has a whole team behind him. You can't trust that team. You can't trust Donald Trump's team. It's so pathetic. If you're really gonna just waste a vote, you might as well just fucking vote for Kanye. Fuck it. Not to impose my opinion on anyone, but It's the most logical explanation in my book. I mean, the dude even admitted to smoking weed before his interview. He said, "Sorry for acting so crazy. I smoked some weed before my interview." Shit, I can relate. I've said a lot of crazy shit smoking weed. What his problem is that he let people get into his head that he was fucking crazy. First of all, no one's crazy because everyone is crazy. No one needs fucking all these medications for bipolar and ADD and ADHD, all that fucking letter arithmetic, man. Okay, not all of them, but most of them is bullshit. It's everyone, man. We're all fucking crazy. We're all bipolar. We're all fucking psycho. You gotta just deal with it. It's life. It's fucking life. How fucking crazy is it that we're even here? Like, now? Now we're here? The fuck? But I don't trust anyone that hasn't did mushrooms for sure. Hasn't did psychedelics. I don't think either one of them has really fucked with psychedelics. If they did, they would be so much more better. They wouldn't work at dismantling each other. You know what the fuck does that do? Doesn't tell me shit about what you can do for us. What it doesn't prove shit that the other guy is bad. You're just as shit for snitching on him. Okay. I don't think I have any more suggestions. Cool. See, that'll wrap it up. God bless you guys. Thank you.